Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speakers go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Blackasha here with the Man Hour. Head over to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page or check out the blog section as well. It is draft week, guys. Draft week is officially here, and we are 4 days away from a live, raw, uncut show at 115 Bourbon Street. Myself, Combs, and Fitzmagic will all be there. We got special guest Tori, and we're trying to convince Wayne G to come on the show as well, and possibly Chris from Tennessee Titans Talk as well. So we're going to have the action-packed show for you guys that Thursday night, which that means there will be no Thursday afternoon show because I'll be traveling from Louisville to Chicago to get the show set up. It is going to be guys, this is going to be our first live show ever. I mean, not like live show, but like live on location show. So come out to 115 Bourbon Street, then in downtown Chicago, get some drinks, hang out with the boys, draft night, and I'm going to give you guys away a free jersey. If you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the Facebook channel, and you pick the first overall draft pick correctly, the first person in there, I'm going to give you a free jersey. That free jersey of that particular player. So guys, it is going to be good. It is going to be great. But if you are joining us right here, right now, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Spotify, or iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to us right now, subscribe, share, like, and of course, comment as well. But it is time to get into one of the most prolific things, and that is Mike's thoughts.
And now, Mike's thoughts.
As we dive deeper and deeper and deeper into this NFL draft, I have seen an abundance, that's right, an abundance, that's the word of the day, amount of mock drafts. Everybody and their dog seems to have a mock draft this season. And pretty much, they're all kind of the same in the end, right? With a couple, I'm going to sprinkle Will Levis dropping out of the first round because of this, and this, just to get, views, just to get those clicks or whatever, right? Like, I get it. But, damn, like, how many mock drafts do we need at the end of the day? Can we just get, like, I don't know, maybe 10 total, right? I don't care if they're from ESPN or CBS or if it's my man Wyatt or Tori. It doesn't matter. I mean, I know the mock drafts that I use and it's Tori's because this guy does his research. This guy knows what he's talking about. And the last couple mock drafts, the last 2 years, he has nailed almost instantly. But for all you, what's the word I'm looking for? Casual people, I guess. Stop putting out these ridiculous mock drafts, okay? CJ Stroud is not dropping out of the first round. Will Levis is not dropping out of the first round. Richardson from Florida is not jumping out of the first round. Bryce Young isn't going to go 12th overall. Like, come on. Get with it at the end of the day because we're just tired of it. And those are Buck's thoughts. And it is Monday edition, guys, right here. Monday edition of Man Hour Sports Talk. That means way or no way, we're going to jump in some no way or no way Monday here. It's really not geared toward the draft, but it is kind of geared to the draft at the same time because there are some possible topics here that could definitely lead us into some draft news. that is the new news, and I forgot to pull up the new news. So give me a moment as, guys, this is a one-man show. I do all the editing, I do all the music, I do all of this. It is just a one-man show. So bear with me here as I pull up the new news. Conor McGregor has signed with the New York Jets. He is a center. This is a big deal. Sure, the Jets are going to suck without Aaron Rodgers anyway, so what does it really matter? The Philadelphia Eagles has signed tight end Tyree Jackson. Do they need a tight end? Possibly. He's probably just going to be a camp cut. Apparently that is all the new news for today, guys. It's been a pretty chill day so far on the new news ranks here. But it is time to get into way or no way. So, guys, it is very, very simple. As my chair, have you guys ever had a chair that just like doesn't stay up? I don't know. Man, this is a newer chair. It's only like a year old. But the hydraulic thing in the middle just keeps going. Go on. Somebody clip that. Oh, man. I wish I had my real microphone. It is at my brother-in-law's wedding. Oh, I DJ'd a wedding a little bit. I've never DJ'd a wedding before, but I was drunk and had a grand old time. But way or no way, guys, is simple. We bring up a topic, and we indeed let you know if it's a way or if it's a no way. So the first way or no way of the day, we are going to travel to the East Coast in New York, and the New York Football Giants. And Saqoun Barkley says on his contract negotiation, basically, it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens at the end of the day. As you guys remember, Saqoun Barkley is not showing up the voluntary workouts here. He has yet to sign his franchise tag for the New York Football Giants. And their GM has also come out and said that they're still working on a contract for the 2023 season and beyond. So, guys, way or no way does Saqoun Barkley get a deal done for the 2023 NFL season? So, I am with Saqoun Barkley on this. I do not see him playing on any type of franchise tag this season. He wants that long-term deal. However, on the flip side of that coin, Saqoun Barkley is much like Lamar Jackson. He has not played a full season in a very, very long time. I think it was like his rookie year. I think he played his full 16 games. Ever since then, he's been about a 10, 11, 12 game mix up there, right? He just had a string of bad luck. So I'm not saying that the Giants trade him by any means, but this is no way. They are not getting a deal done. He wants a $20, $30 million deal, and that's just not going to happen. Sadly, unfortunately, Saqoun Barkley, you have to prove it to me one more year. Yes, you had a great season last year. You played all 17 games last season. You carried our team to the playoffs last season. But that was the first time you've done that since your rookie year. It's just, unfortunately, my man, you need to get healthy. You need to stay healthy and show to me that you can do it year after year after year. And we all know that the running back life in the NFL is about 6 or 7 years anyways. So if Saqoun Barkley were to get that, quote, big deal, it's probably going to be a 2 or 3 year deal tops. That would put him about 7 years, 8 years into the league, and then bada bing, bada boom, you can find yourself on the Dallas Cowboys as a washed-up running back, or the Tennessee Titans as a washed-up running back in the end. But there is no way. I do not think the Giants and Saqoun Barkley do get a deal done, but he does stay. Mark Lewis is jumping in the chat here, and he says, he does stay. He does stay in New York. I do agree with you on that, Mark, but he does not get a deal done at the end of the day. Patriots End Zone jumping in the chat here. If you guys are not subscribed to the Patriots End Zone YouTube channel, do it right now. I will post the link post-show. The link will be in the description of post-shows here. So the year off might be good for his knees, says Patriots End Zone. I like that. So let's say Saqoun Barkley does take a year off, right, to heal his body, to get 100%, right? Squatting 700 pounds, maybe, right? What is the last running back that took a year off because of contract negotiations? Le'Veon Bell? He did end up getting the bag from the New York Jets, right? But what did he do past that contract? Absolutely nothing. The wheels literally fell off of Le'Veon Bell after he sat out that year. He sat out the full year. Now, somebody like Zeke Elliott, right? He missed, was it four games with his contract a couple years ago? He did come back and he performed, but he also only missed 4 years. Now, I don't see Saquon Barkley missing a full season, but what if he did miss 4 or 5 games early in the season to get his knees in shape, to get his body in shape, or like healthier, right? I can see that, and I kind of like that. Maybe that's what he's going for. Maybe he wants to be the playoff Saquon, right? Hey, you don't need me the first half of the season. I'm just going to come in and dominate the second half. I don't know. Maybe. It is what it is. But I do not see them getting a deal done, and it's basically going to be franchise tag or nothing for Saquon Barkley in the end. Moving on. I don't have any of the pictures, man. I'm slacking today, aren't I, guys? I have definitely apologize about my non-production value today. But it is Monday, and Mondays are the worst day for me, possibly sleep-wise and everything else. But anyways, Kirk Cousins and the San Francisco 49ers have officially been engaged in rumors that trading and people say this needs to happen, then this needs to happen, yada, yada, yada. So Kirk Cousins, I am pulling this directly from the Facebook page. This is not my words at all. Don't get it twisted. Kirk Cousins to the San Francisco 49ers instantly makes them a Super Bowl team. Way or no way? Well, first of all, when we look at the rosters, obviously the San Francisco 49ers have a better defense. I will give them that 9 times out of 10. Pre-draft right now, if the season were to start right now, the San Francisco 49ers probably have one of the best defenses in the NFL. The Vikings are middle of the pack. Let's put them at 17. A little bit below middle of the pack there, right? Offensive-wise, JJ or Debo? Give me JJ, right? George Kittle or the plethora of tight ends that the Vikings have. Hawkinson, and they have that other guy. I think George Kittle's a little bit better. Running backs, probably go to the Vikings, right? Now, what has been the biggest knock for Kirk Cousins as a NFL player, period? It has been the fact that he cannot perform during primetime games. It is the fact that he can't perform at 6 o'clock and Monday night and in the playoffs. But 1 o'clock, Kurt, hello, MVP, right? Kirk Cousins does put up MVP's numbers every year, but he also plays a lot of 1 o'clock games. Primetime Kurt, just not very good. So where no way Kirk Cousins to the San Francisco 49ers makes them an instant Super Bowl team, I'm going to go no way, because the San Francisco 49ers are already a Super Bowl caliber team as built. Adding a quarterback like Kirk Cousins may only diminish their growth as a team, because they do got 2 young quarterbacks. They already have that, quote, crafty veteran in Sam Darnold on that team. Why would you want to bring a $36 million quarterback that is, I think Kirk Cousins like 33, 34 years old anyways, to come in and want to compete for the starting position, right? Not be a backup, not be a mentor to Brock Purdy or to Trey Lance or whatever, right? Why would you want to bring him to San Francisco? I think that will ultimately hinder the growth of the San Francisco 49ers, period, because they have a very young nucleus, right? Deebo Samuel, still a very young player. George Kittle, relatively young still. Brock Purdy, obviously a second-year player. Trey Lance, a third-year player. Christian McCaffrey, was he 5 years in the league? They have a very young nucleus over there. You don't want to bring Kirk Cousins there. So no way Kirk Cousins to the San Francisco 49ers makes him an instant Super Bowl contending team. Jump in the chat here. Patriots End Zone says, way, they are built for a Super Bowl. Their biggest question mark this season is at quarterback. If Jimmy G can take them, so can Kirk Cousins. So let me understand this, right? people have been such a dogging on Jimmy G about how he cannot basically stay healthy for a full season. But every time he does play a full season, he does ultimately get the 49ers to a championship, whether it be the Super Bowl or the NFC championship, right? When he plays a full season, he gets them there. So Kirk Cousins, has he ever won a playoff game? What, he beat the Saints with the terrible pass interference call or non-pass interference call, right? Was that 4 years ago? I don't think Kirk Cousins. Let me take a few steps back here. I think Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy and Trey Lance right now. Yes. The San Francisco 49ers are built to win a Super Bowl right now. Yes. But with that being said, aren't there other possibilities out there at quarterback? Brock Purdy knows the system. Trey Lance knows the system. Do you want to bring in a quarterback like Kirk Cousins that has historically failing in the playoffs, failing in prime time? Brock Purdy succeeded in prime time. Brock Purdy succeeded in the playoffs. I see what the reach for is. Like, yes, this guy can maybe make us that much better, but is that much better, this much better than Brock Purdy? Because I think it's going to kind of be neck and neck. And truth be told, just keep Brock Purdy, because a Trey Lance for Kirk Cousins trade, how does that benefit the Vikings? Like, that is the biggest thing, is like, yes, that might sound great on paper, but how does that help the Vikings in the end? Because does that mean they're drafting? I don't know. I mean, if we break down the Vikings, they are essentially, you can say, a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl as well, right? Yes, their defense is a little bit down versus the 49ers, but their offense is arguably one of the best ones in the NFC. I'm just very, very confused of why people want this to happen so bad. But only time will tell. If it does happen, I think it will be a draft night trade. It won't happen this week. It'll be Thursday when it happens, because the draft is just a couple days away, guys, and we will be live at 115 Bourbon Street. Myself, Combs, and Fitz, along with Tori and Chris, and we are going to reach out one special guest. Maybe they'll join us as well. He may or may not be a Patriots insider. I don't know. I'm just throwing some numbers out there, but check his inbox. I'm just saying. But 115 Bourbon Street, guys, we will be there live with BetStamp. And you guys don't know what BetStamp is? Head over to betstamp.app/groups and use promo code MANHOUR. And this is the best line shopping app out there. Basically, guys, BetStamp is the Expedia of bets, right? When you go to Expedia.com and you want to get the cheapest flight, right? I want to fly from Louisville to Chicago. I'd go to Expedia.com. Oh, Allegiant Airlines, $20. Bada bing, bada boom, sign me up, baby, right? That's exactly what BetStamp is, guys. It has every bet sporting book out there, and it gives you the best odds. So not every sports bet book has the same odds to win a set game, right? Right now, you can go over to betstamp.app and you see the Royals game. The Royals are minus 100 on BetMGM. They are minus 150 on Barstool, and they are plus 100 on some sportsbook. That must be the Canadian sportsbook. But either way, if I'm betting for the Royals to win, I obviously want them minus 150, right? It is the biggest bang for your buck, guys. Head over to betstamp.app/groups, and if you sign up for all those sport books right now, BetStamp will give you the minimum deposit for every sports book via PayPal the minute you sign up, as long as you use promo code MANHOUR. So moving on. The next way or no way number 3 here. The Dallas Cowboys are obviously in the news because it is at that time of year. the Dallas Cowboys and Mike McCarthy had a press conference talking about the NFL draft. And Mike McCarthy said jokingly, as a Dallas Cowboys play caller, we are going to go offensive draft every pick this year. Now, me being a very sarcastic person myself, and when I say stuff jokingly 9 times out of 10, I am like dead on serious about it. I'm like, no, this is what we're going to do, but I'm going to give you like a ha-ha, like about it, just so if we decide to go one way or the other, it's like, oh, you said this, right. But looking at the Dallas Cowboys draft, way or no way do they go all offense in this year's draft, in the 2023 draft? Way or no way. So when we look at the Dallas Cowboys team as a whole, offense, defense, special teams, backup players, kickers, punters, etc., right? What is the biggest need for the Dallas Cowboys moving forward to build a great team? That is to rebuild the offensive line, maybe add another offensive weapon on the outside, aka receiver, and build some depth at the running back position since Zeke Elliott is officially gone. So, way or no way they're going to draft all offense? Yes. I could very well see the Dallas Cowboys drafting nothing but offensive players this year in the draft. Draft that running back from Benji, right? I forget where he's from. Is he from Texas maybe? But draft that Benji guy. Draft him in the first round so you get him for five years. Use him and abuse him. Let him walk, right? You can get a receiver in the second round, and you can build the offensive line 3rd through 7, right? The Dallas Cowboys don't really need draft help on the defensive side of the ball. They have addressed their holes in free agency on the defensive side of the ball. No way do they need a draft defense. So, yes, way, I do see Mike McCarthy being pretty truthful about this. I can see the Dallas Cowboys drafting nothing but offensive players this year in the draft. Also, there might be a sleeper pick sliding in there somewhere. There might be a sleeper pick, a.k.a. quarterback. I think the Cowboys might be drafting a quarterback this year, 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Look out for that as well. No word. Don't believe a single word a team or a GM says this week. Yes. Patriots end zone, you are correct on this if it came from a GM. But the fact that it came from Mike McCarthy, the head coach, and it was just like him just like spitballing and, chatting with the press like after the press conference, I could see him being truthful. And because, and just the way his demeanor is like, yeah, you can see us drafting nothing but offense, right? Ha, 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 ha. Right? I mean, there is some truth to that validity there, right? Because the Cowboys do have a pretty stellar defense as is. Their offense is the one that's lacking. And if they somehow figure out how to call play calls, by golly, Super Bowl, baby. Super Bowl bound Dallas Cowboys if they nail this draft. Moving on. Speaking of draft, CJ Stroud. His draft stock is reportedly dropping like a brick right now. Many teams are shying away from him because he bombed that test. What is the name of that test? I forgot to write the name of the test down, like the SPIP or QPIP, I don't know. But he scored a record low 18% on that test. And me kind of being, I know people at Ohio State, and I said, hey, man, is there any truth to this rumor that the reason why CJ Stroud is going pro is because there was no way he was going to graduate college next year? He was not going to be eligible to play college football next season. And they said yes. I'm not going to drop any names, my inside sources, but sources tell me that yes, CJ Stroud is not the smartest, brightest crown in the box, right? I get it. But way or no way, with CJ Stroud scoring the lowest score ever on this test, he will drop out of the first round. Guys, what makes football players so great? Something that makes football players so great is their inability to think, right? It is just to react, not to think, but to react. Watch CJ Stroud's film. He is a very gifted player. He is the best player, the best quarterback in this year's draft. If he drops past the 4th overall pick, somebody's moving up to draft his ass. He is not dropping that low. I don't care if he scored 100 on the test or a 0 on the test. It doesn't matter. The test is not going to change my opinion of CJ Stroud. It is like preparing for a test. It is like a student in it, like in a test. Me, exactly. I could be scoring 100 on all of my assignments, all of my paperwork, all my workshops, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the minute you put test in front of it, my butthole clams up. I'm like, oh shit, and I get like a C on it every time. Even if I knew the shit, it just, you see test, you put me in it, I'm like, oh, it is just the word test in my mind. Like, oh shit, I gotta clam up. It's just like, it is what it is. And I feel like that's what happened to CJ Stroud. Look at him play on the field. He is better than everybody else on the field right now. Now, would I like my quarterback to be very, very intelligent? Yes, I would like him to be, who was the quarterback that went to Yale? Was it Ryan Fitzpatrick that went to Yale or Harvard or something like that? I would love to have the smartest man in the room. But sometimes I want the dumbest kid in the room. Sometimes I want my quarterback just to go out there and ball out. Not the thing. Well, if they're playing cover 2, I need to adjust this play. Dude, just go out there and ball. That, if I can give Lamar Jackson any props, I'm not saying he is stupid by any means, because I think he scored like 60s or 70s in that test, but he just goes out there and he balls. Very little thinking. Patrick Mahomes goes out there and balls. Very little thinking. Why has Russell Wilson take so many steps back? Because he's taking out there. He's like, oh, this safety's pressing, so I need to go deep. And, oh, my arm hurts so bad I can't go deep, so I got to check down to the tight end. Oh, crap, we trade all of our tight ends to Seattle, so I don't know this guy's name, so boom, I'm sacked. Just go out there and ball. I don't care if CJ Stroud scored at 18. It doesn't matter. Let the man ball at the end of the game. Just let him ball. Wonderlick, best score ever is Ryan Fitzpatrick. The test doesn't matter. Exactly right. My man, Patriots End Zone said it the best. Is it called the Wonderlick? I thought they changed it to something else. It was, I don't know. It is what it is. But now, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he was a Harvard or a Yale graduate, right? Very, very smart individual. Had a very longevity NFL career. Maybe that's why he was so smart. He's like, you know what? I'm okay being backup. I'm okay being third string. I'm getting a couple $1 million to sit here, bang all the hot ladies I want, bada bing, bada boom. My man Javier jumping in chat. He said Trevor Lawrence will be moved to the Green Bay Packers. Now you're just talking BS there, Javier. Arthur Brown jumping in the chat here. What's up, Arthur Brown? No way his talent will draft. No way. His talent will draft him high regardless. Exactly right. Arthur Brown saying no. No way he is dropping out of that. I would say if CJ Stroud drops below 5 or 4, right? Let's say the Panthers pass on him for whatever reason. Let's say the Houston Texans pass on him, right? Who's sitting at number 3? Is it the Detroit Lions sitting at number 3? No, it's the Raiders sitting at 3, right? Let's say the Raiders pass on him at like 3. Whoever's at 4, I don't know. If he passes 4, if Will Levis, Bryce Young, and the kid from Florida all go off the board and CJ Stroud is still sitting there, you are going to see a mad rush. Phone calls ringing, and he'll go fourth overall. Like it just, there is no way he's dropping past Houston. Like, I think he will be the first overall pick. I do think he'll be the first overall pick, but I if he does, I don't see him dropping below 4. It just, there's no way that is going to happen. Arthur Brown's right. No way. Jim Powell jumping in the chat. What's up, Jimmy? He says, learning a system. Jamarcus Russell playing playground Mahomes. Jamarcus Russell was just obviously one of the biggest NFL busts of all time. Him and Ryan Leaf, right? You can put the Boz up there too, right? And then the lineman from did he go to the Green Bay Packers? I can't remember. Jamarcus Russell, he had more than just a mental altitude of not understanding the game. He let his heating habits get to him. He was satisfied of making to the NFL, and I think that's why ultimately Jamarcus Russell was a bust in the NFL. Not because of his inability to play, his smartness. It was just he was satisfied of being there, right? And I think that is why most people in the NFL do become bust, is because not their inability to adapt to the game. It is they are satisfied of being there. Like, man, whew, I made it. It's easy now, right? Ryan Leaf, he got into drugs and all this other stuff, right? He was satisfying of being there. Jamarcus Russell, satisfying of being there. Tony Mandris just is the guy I'm thinking of. He just couldn't do steroids anymore. So therefore, he stopped working hard. He was satisfying of being there. That is why people become bust in the NFL. It's because they're satisfied. That is what I think. I mean, I could be wrong. Let me know, guys. What do you guys think of why somebody becomes a bust in the NFL? When we look at Jamarcus Russell, Ryan Leaf, Tony Mandris, other bust, Zach Wilson, he is probably going to get that bust label eventually, right? Who else here? Kyler Murray, is he going to become a bust in the NFL? What ultimately is? Why do you think people become bust in the NFL? Because their college ability, right? It is not like you're taking 7 steps back when you make to the NFL, right? Your ability is still there. Your ability to get there doesn't get you there, but it is what it is. Lazy doesn't equal dumb, but it is stupid. Can we use the word stupid anymore? Is that PC? Is that politically correct? From Pop Warner to high school to college, they skate by their talent. Everybody in the NFL has the same talent. It is about hard work and that at that level. Nailed it, spot on. So is it because they've been... Is the word satisfied the correct word there, guys? Like, are they satisfied with making to the NFL, or is it because they've never had to work hard, and once they're a large fish in a big pond, right? When everybody else is the same size, it's just like whatever. I want to check out. That was me kind of in college my first year, because everything came so easy to me. And then when I wasn't the large fish in the small pond, I was just a small fish in a large pond. Oh, shit. These guys are good. And I got red shirt. I'm like, what is this all about? I'm better than these. It just, I don't know. It pissed me off in the end. But there are those people that are like, you know what? Jamarcus Russell, I don't want to work hard anymore. I get it. I'm going to post something on Facebook later tonight, guys, after my little man's T-ball game. We got a T-ball game coming up. Plus, got football practice at 3 o'clock. I'm going to post something. So, guys, be ready at facebook.com/manhoursports. Why do you think people become NFL busts? I'm just kind of curious. So make sure we get some collective good thoughts in line. I'll post it here in the next hour, so keep tuned on the page. But, guys, that is going to be it for tonight. We will see you guys next time right here on the Man Hour. Remember, Thursday, 115 Bourbon Street. We will be there live, raw, and uncut. See you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. East Coast time.